guys, Craig's Food and Fun here. We got Brettzky here, and also on the line we have our returning guest, the Ginger Snaps here, Stephen Harold.
How fucking great it is to be back, boys.
What a great day to be a hockey fan.
Oh my God, we have our first round finally done.
Yep, it's been 2 weeks.
5 Game 7s.
Enough for like...
I remember one of the Game 7s. How about you, Brett?
What's that?
I remember one of the Game 7s. How about you?
Yeah, I can forget all about it. But we got a Battle of Alberta, and that's what it meant to get it. Then I won't argue it.
Let's just get to the other fucking series. Let's get on this.
Oh man, what do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about the series that just happened, or do we want to make predictions for the next series?
Well, let's talk about all the series that had just ended,
Yeah.
and then we'll go into fucking the
All right.
second round in our predictions.
All right, well, no shocker. Colorado won as easy as they did, yeah?
Yeah, 4-0.
Yeah, the only clearly obvious pick of the first round, straight up.
Yeah.
St. Louis and Mini, I was kind of hoping that was going to go 7, but no. St. Louis
I got
took
that
care
one
of
right,
that.
exactly. In 6, I guess that the same.
I picked Mini winning, so.
I was really heartbroken that Minnesota lost. I was like, oh, shit.
Minnesota can't do shit.
Well, they had a better playoffs last year, but that's
They
probably
did.
because they used Talbot for the whole playoffs. For this year, I think Fleury kind of choked for them.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I don't know. That was a good series, though, I guess. I mean, like, for me, personally, Minnesota is probably one of the most boring teams to watch.
It's good to understand that Kaprizov does score 100 points this season. It's an
It
exciting player.
doesn't matter for some
He's
reason.
an exciting player, so, you know. But
Okay.
our next series we'll look at is Edmonton and LA.
Ooh, that was a
I
close
predicted
series.
LA in 7, but I was close, but I've never been more happy to be wrong.
I predicted Edmonton in 5.
Yeah, I was the same way. I had predicted Edmonton in 5, and I was shocked that LA came back and gave them a fight.
Well, that just gave us an excuse to see McDavid do McDavid things.
More.
True, yeah.
Yeah, so the guy's on fire.
I mean, like, how do I get McDavid every year in the pool? I don't get it.
He finds a way. Because I already know Bubble said he's going to be picking first next year, and he's going to be picking Matthews.
Finds a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm happy Edmonton made me wrong in my prediction, but hey, I'd rather that than get some extra points. But our next look is Calgary and Dallas.
Which just finished off tonight.
Like literally like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, like 10 minutes ago, it was an overtime thriller.
I was talking shit about Johnny Hockey the whole game.
The whole game. I was
Because
sitting right
here's the thing. When there's big games, for some reason, he's invisible. But all of a sudden, he must have heard me and slapped me right in the face because he got the game winner.
Not even 2 minutes later, the guy just finds the smallest of holes and he sends her home.
That's what she said.
Like, you gotta remember back when these two teams fought each other in 2020, Calgary, like, they opened their fucking legs for them.
That's
Yep.
because they had Talbot for that playoff
Yeah.
series.
And Dallas, yeah, to me, it's heartbreaking to see them go, but, oh boy.
Oh boy.
I want them to go.
So now we'll make our focus towards the East. We got Carolina and the Bruins. Carolina winning in 7. That's the only prediction I predicted.
I got that wrong, but I don't know. As it was going on, I had a feeling Carolina was going to win. So
Actually, Brett, I kind of have to ask, how many times did Carolina face Boston in the postseason?
1999, the Bruins won in 6. 2009, the Kings won in Game 7 overtime thanks to Scotty Walker. 2019, East Final, Bruins won in 4. 2020, in the bubble, Bruins won that one again. And now this year. So this will be the 3rd time in 4 years, but 5 times throughout their history. And that's not including Boston versus Hartford. Because Boston played Hartford a bunch.
Like, Carolina has only won twice.
In 2009 and this year.
Yeah. I was happy to see that Carolina won, because, like, let's face it, the Boston Bruins fans and the media are just fucking toxic as hell.
I'm glad they're out.
It's not fair to listen to them like I did last year when they beat Washington. I couldn't bear it. I was like, oh my God, these guys are saying they're going to the Cup.
They had the most biased commentator of all time.
Oh, I
Jack
know.
Edwards. Yeah, straight up. You listen to the calls he's called, and you're like, well, this guy obviously has a favorite.
That guy's a homer when it comes to the fucking goddamn Bruins.
But Freddie Anderson, he's confirmed he's going to be back in round 2. He's the starter, so. And T Rant has done the best he could, but now he's going to be back on the back burner. So.
He made it to round 2.
True that. And next up, we got Florida and Washington. We were just talking about the Caps, actually. So, I predicted Washington to win in 7 because I figured that they're bound for at least one last good run with OV. And Florida, I'm so used to Florida losing. But this is the first time since Blockbuster was big that Florida has won a playoff
That's
series.
another series I got right. Florida in 6.
Yeah, I predicted Washington in 7, but I don't know. I'm really happy to see Florida.
I was correct.
I want to see some rats get thrown on the ice this year in Florida.
You know what? I don't even think they're allowed to do that anymore because of what happened in '96.
No, they did it in 2012 when they played the Devils. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. They did do that. But I'm pretty sure the fans got into shit because it was like a big delay of game.
Yeah, well, it's still a good tradition. Only they've been known to do that. And I think that's like their own identity, which is kind of fun. It's something to be proud of, I guess.
The Panthers, why throw... Well, then again, there's the Detroit Red Wings, and they throw octopuses.
In Alberta, in Oilers and Flames game, there's a grade A Alberta beef that's thrown on the ice.
Well, fuck, that's good.
That's good beef.
Yeah, that's oh man. Okay, what's the next one?
Next one up is the New York Rangers and the Pittsburgh Penguins, which also went to Game 7 overtime.
I needed that series. I needed the Rangers to win because
that's the only way he was able to make points.
I got 5 ways to make points on that team. So.
Yeah, you were really just hoping and praying.
Oh my God! I don't think
I was just hoping that we didn't have to fucking hear another second round with Crosby in them.
Schittsburg.
Like, oh fuck, here we go.
Yeah.
Well, I'm regretting getting rid of Panarin.
You're welcome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I ended up
Thank
with
you.
Marner after that whole 3-way trade, but yeah. Marner got me like 35 points after the trade, but Panarin's in the second round, so you can't argue results.
Why is that?
Because the Rangers got a kick-ass Vezina. He's going to win the Vezina trophy.
No. Why is Panarin in the second round and Marner isn't?
Well, that's way to our final series. Tampa Bay and Toronto. Tampa getting away with goddamn murder like they all named Jack the fucking Ripper.
So can I just say
Yes.
that I even called bullshit?
Yes, on that call on John Tavares' goal being called back.
Because it was pretty much Justin Hall
Standing in one place.
You know, shoulder checked like a nut.
And he gets knocked down.
Yeah, and that was a call. I was like,
I'm not saying Toronto got robbed of a victory. All I'm saying is that we got robbed of Game 7 overtime. Because it should have been 2-2 at the end of the third.
Just letting you guys know, the second round schedule is going to be kicked off on
Tuesday. The Oilers and Flames play on Wednesday, so mark your calendars. But Tuesday
and
it
the
starts.
Panthers and Lightning play on Tuesday.
The Panthers and the Bolts on Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right, then that means it's the later game would be Colorado and St. Louis.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday, the early game is Carolina and New York. The night game is Calgary and Edmonton.
Like, I have to say it because I had said it already on social media, and some Lightning fans just kind of, like, lost their shit with me. I don't know why. But at least now you're on the phone with me. I can say, you know what? I gave shit to Toronto last year for choking very bad. And I'm like, this team sucks. Whatever.
Well, they lost Game 6 in overtime last year and this year.
Playing Toronto scared the shit out of me after Game 5.
Well, yeah, 5-2 or a 3-2 series lead going back to Tampa, and then that game going to overtime.
Yeah,
and there was a trip in overtime that wasn't called, and not even a minute later Tampa scores. It's pretty obvious that the refs favored a team in that series.
Well, all I said was, you know what? Toronto just earned my respect.
Well, I'll cheers my cup to you for that.
So let's get to the second round.
So, since we're talking about dates and everything, Tuesday, the first game, the Bolts and the Cats.
Ooh.
Craig, start us off.
You know what? I want to see Florida do good, so I'm picking Florida to beat Tampa in 7. It's going to be another series. It's going to be I think there's going to be three overtime games in there, and just I don't know.
High-core rivalry stuff.
It's going to be hard if Point is hurt as well. That's another key player that they're.
I'm pretty sure you won't see him in round 2 at all. You probably won't, because it looks like he put all of his weight when he landed on his leg like that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's painful. Pull a hammy for sure.
Okay, anyway.
What's your prediction then?
Oh, I got the same. The Bolts losing in 7 to the Cats. So.
Oh man.
I think Brettzky is due to actually go to the East Final for a change.
This one's tough for me because it's like, is this where my reign ends? But at the same time, I'm just like, you know what? I have to just stay with it.
Yep.
I'm saying the Bolts in 7.
The Bolts in 7,
I'm going to say that it's not going to be fucking easy because they just went through a battle with Toronto.
Oh, yeah.
And now they're going into another battle, and it happens to be the Battle of Florida Part 2.
Toronto may have actually tired them out more than they thought.
I think that's what happened. They tired them out, so I'm like, fuck, I think we're screwed.
And since Florida won round, they might as well go the whole 9 yards.
I will say, if Florida does beat Tampa, I'm rooting for them to win the cup.
At least Florida keeps the cup in their state.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Quick tip, both goalie Vasilevsky and Brettzky led the league with 39 wins apiece this regular season.
Oh, and they're facing each other.
Yep. The Battle of the Russians.
I'm hoping that fucking series. Let's get to the West.
Ooh.
Well, we got Colorado and St. Louis on Tuesday night, right after the first game. I got the Avalanche winning in 6. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
They're bound to break past the second round eventually.
I think the Blues would be better defensively against them.
They might, but Colorado does get their goalie back at Darcy.
Blues are a way tougher team than Nashville.
Oh, way tougher.
Oh, yeah, way tougher.
109 points for St. Louis.
Yeah.
So the winner of this series automatically has home ice advantage in the West Final.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your prediction there, Ginger?
So my prediction for the Colorado-St. Louis series is most likely Colorado in 6.
So everybody's got the same idea here.
You too?
Yeah.
6?
I don't see St. Louis being swept again.
No, they're mad after last year. They're hella mad.
Yeah.
As long as Cabby doesn't do anything stupid for Colorado, they should be fine.
Well, I was surprised he was so fucking mature in this one, but then again, he only played 4 fucking games.
True that.
If it takes you 10 seasons to mature, then that's what it's got to do.
The guy's been in the league since 2009, so this is like year 13, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, he finally got his pull-ups off.
Yeah. All right, so now we go back to Wednesday's night. The first game being Carolina and the Blue Shirts.
Rangers in 7.
That's a fun series, too.
I got Rangers in 7.
I got the Canes in 6.
Ooh.
I have the Canes in 6 as well.
Oh.
I got Freddie Anderson steady on his noggin. He's been to the Final Four before in 2015 with the Ducks.
Yeah, well, if you're an Oilers fan, you don't want your PTSD coming back with Carolina.
Hey. Maybe we could get retribution.
I mean, that might bring up bad memories for Steven, too.
Vietnam flag. Oh, that would be good for your channel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, no. Oh, man. Let me tell you, when we get to that series that we're going to be talking about,
dude,
that guy is going to be so fucking shown in my fucking videos.
I know, but here's just food for thought. You know how you do your normal intro on all your videos? It's Steven with the Bolts coming in and Stanley Cup right there, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, if you're doing a cutaway or you're introducing your Oilers self, have the Stanley Cup there and then a piece of paper that has 1990 written on it and you have your Oilers jersey in and you're so bursting in the room like you always do. Just like a version for your Oilers self, because He makes me laugh.
Yeah, you could do an intro instead of all Tampa, do Oilers.
Yeah, like for this year specifically, like it'd be. I want to see that. That'd be funny.
Well, I'm gonna try and figure some stuff out because someone did mention in my channel, one of the comments they said, "Why the fuck are you still wearing the 2007 home jersey? Like, get updated." I'm like, "Oh, should I just grab a new Oilers jersey? Like, what the hell?"
Should have been like, hey, you know what? Go buy me one.
Back in 2014, Ted, he doesn't even change his jersey.
Shame on you for not keeping the Dougie Weight jersey I gave you for Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
All right.
That brings us to the Battle of Alberta.
And as you can see, me and Brett are wearing Oilers and Flames jerseys.
Yeah, round
By the
two.
way, me and Brett are both wearing Oilers and Flames jerseys at the moment.
Yeah, I got Blasty the horse on my shoulder.
Speaking of not moving into the future, I'm wearing the oil drop gear
the
jersey.
Todd McFarlane design jersey from 2001 to 07. The only one for 6 years.
That one, I wish they would bring that back.
I would like to see a white version of this.
So it's been confirmed that the NHL has already said that they're saying yes to next season with the reverse retros again.
Oh, nice.
yeah.
They confirmed that the Oilers are gonna do the oil drop.
Yes!
If they do that with the normal blue and orange, that would be cool.
I don't know, but I just want to see that jersey again.
That would be cool. Hey, I just want it back.
Put that on a hat.
Just put it on something, But
So, anyways, I got the Oilers winning against the Flames in 7.
Oh,
Steven.
Oh, Steven.
fuck. I can't emphasize this enough how fucking excited and stoked and I am for this series. But
Yep.
when it comes down to the wire of it, I'm just gonna say it. I know I'm not an Oilers fan anymore.
You're a closet Oilers fan and you know it.
But for some fucking reason, the inside of me is saying Oilers in 7.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I got,
What do you got?
well, just for the record, before I say my prediction, the season series was 2 apiece, but I got the Oilers in 7 also.
That's fair.
That's pretty unanimous.
I'm gonna be pissed.
Let's not like I'm gonna.
That would mean Edmonton would have to win Game 7 in Calgary.
Ooh.
There is one prediction for sure when it comes to that series. I think we can all agree.
What?
There are going to be so many fucking penalty minutes.
Oh, yeah.
my
Oh,
God.
dude,
in
Lucic.
that series.
Oh, Lucic. Oh, man. He's, Lucic. Lucic's better fight Cassian.
Bring back up Chuck and Cassian again.
Yep.
You got Evander Kane.
Oh, man.
He's a toughie.
He can fight Kachuk, too.
Oh my fucking.
And the goaltender, Mike Smith.
I'm glad to see a goalie
Mike
fight.
Smith and ex-Fling.
Oh, yeah.
Against who? Jacob Markstrom, who the Oilers tried to get 2 years ago in the offseason.
Yeah.
My spidey senses are tingling.
The only thing I think the Oilers got better on is defense. Nurse,
Yeah,
speed.
Nurse and Bouchard are young and fast, but
Oilers are a faster team.
Oilers are a faster team, and both teams have played overtime games in this playoff so far.
Well, I mean, like, when it comes to this series, it's like, we already know the penalty minutes are going to be fucking on par. But even, like, think of it this way. Both teams are going to be going into, like, both fan bases are most likely going to be saying to themselves, if I don't win the cup, at least I won the fucking battle with Alberta.
Hey, do you want to hear something funny? And this is a stat that blew my mind. This is the first home Game 7 that the Flames have won since 1989 against Vancouver. They would happen to go on to win the cup that year.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the last time the Oilers won a home Game 7
1991.
was in
right?
1990.
Home Game 7?
Yes.
Yeah.
90.
1990 against Winnipeg. But
Yeah.
their past Game 7 was their first Game 7 that they won since 1998. They were down 3-1 to the Avs and they won.
Yeah, but think of it this way. In 1990, when they hosted a Game 7, they went on to win the cup that year.
So something's got to give.
So it's going to be I don't know.
Like, when you think
Strap
of this
in.
like a WrestleMania fucking match card,
But you get like 7 of them?
the opening St. Louis series.
Yeah, that's the throwaway card.
That's the throwaway match. Then you got like the IC Championship ladder match.
Carolina, New York.
No. You have essentially the tag team title match, which is the Rangers versus the Hurricanes.
Yeah. Next up would be Florida and T-Bay.
IC title match between the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning.
And then we got a Hell in a Cell match of The Rock versus Stone Cold for the Flames and Oilers.
Yeah, that's the main event. Like, that is the straight up main event. The reason why I'm saying that is because we already just saw the Battle of Florida last season.
This has had way more anticipation.
We've seen a Battle of Alberta.
The last time it happened, the Oilers won Game 7 in Calgary, thanks to Esa Tikkanen,
Oh, fuck.
who had 7 goals in that series.
So think of it this way, like, 91, right?
Yep.
I was born in 92. I was an Oilers fan for, 12 years?
Ish.
Never saw that fucking series?
Yeah.
It happened before our time, man.
And now think of it this way, Chris, our good buddy Chris.
Oh, he's stoked.
Dude, he's excited now, but he's still worried.
He's working right now. He's in the kitchen. He's not done his shift yet.
Otherwise, I would have called him.
I don't know how he's working the rest of the shift without, going nuts. Good for him.
Oh, fuck.
Attaboy.
This
So-
was a good fucking weekend for hockey.
Oh, yeah, Game 7's all over the board. And you know what? Out of all the Game 7s, this was the only Game 7 in which case the team that scored first did not win.
True. Yeah.
The first 4 Game 7s, the team that scored first won all of them. Except tonight. Dallas scored first and Calgary won.
Here's a good question. Which was the best Game 7 of the first round?
Tonight. Because the Canadian team won in overtime in Game 7. It doesn't get better than that.
It was evenly matched right up until the end. I
Like
think.
McDavid scoring that goal in the 3rd period, and their Game 7 against the Kings was fun. It was really fun to watch, but this was way more sit on the edge of your seat bullshit, you know?
Yeah, you know what? I'll agree with you on that because it was this series that pretty much that Game 7 was better. But if these two teams had settled their differences in regulation and there was no overtime, then most likely I would have said Tampa, Toronto was the best Game 7.
Yeah.
That was hard for me to watch, but no, it was really hard because there's so many missed calls.
It was hard for me to watch. Remember our chat? Everyone's like, so is Steven gonna talk? And I'm like, I'm watching a game.
Yeah, me too. I'm kind of I don't want to toot my horn, and then I lost, and then I'm like, well, I'm glad I didn't talk up shit, but we had a 3-1 series lead last year, a 3-2 series lead this year.
No one talks shit when it's Game 7.
Yeah, you just sit down and watch.
So I've had a history with Game 7s, and you've had a horrible history with Game 7.
Yeah, don't remind me. But tonight, really, I'm a happy fan of Game 7s right now.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, no, that was
So just a roll call. For Colorado, St. Louis, I have Colorado in 6.
Same?
Yep.
For the Rangers and Carolina Hurricanes, I have the Hurricanes in 6.
Same?
I got the Rangers in 7.
For the Battle of Florida, I have Tampa in 7.
I got
the Panthers in 7.
I got the Panthers in 7, yeah.
And then for the Battle of Alberta, I have Edmonton in 7.
Same?
Same here.
I'm going to expect a few overtime games in that series.
The War of Alberta.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
The winner of this series pays for cheaper gas.
Just a nice side note. Jason and me were already talking, and Jason's like, dude, no, I want fucking Calgary to win. And I'm like, dude, I do too. He's like, I will go to Boston Pizza for a game. And I'm like, dude, I will fucking happily throw an Oilers jersey on.
Well, you do know this guarantees the Canadian team in the Final Four.
Oh, yep. Exactly. This guarantees it.
It's good for Canadian ratings.
It'd be nice if Toronto would pitch in once in a while, but yeah.
With the exception of last year, because you were guaranteed.
He just ignored me.
With the exception of last year, because of the All-Canadian division.
The North Division, right?
Yeah, this is the first time 2 Canadian teams will play in the second round of the playoffs since 2002. Toronto and Ottawa.
Huh?
Think of it this way: there could be the potential of a 2006 rematch in the finals this year.
It's
Oh
possible.
my God.
It's possible.
Oh, don't jinx it. I'm knocking on wood right now. Knocking on wood.
we could have a 2004 rematch.
Tampa and
Oh
Calgary.
my God!
Yeah.
So many potentials.
So
And you're like, if it's the Rangers was the Oilers,
and then you could have a potential rematch in the '96 final, Colorado and Florida.
Oh my God!
Mind blown.
There are so many potential rematches.
The only one we don't want to see is St. Louis versus New York.
That's not
Oh yeah, well, pretty much yeah. Like fuck,
That'd be my
that's the only
favorite.
one where it's like
Well, you
the
got put on.
Rangers,
Man.
it's like, well, they haven't fought either of these teams in the Stanley Cup final.
So after all this, are you going to be adding up all the points for the pool?
Yeah, I'm gonna be adding them all up. I have them all right. I was just waiting for this game to end.
Oh,
Alright.
so are we going to see them tonight then?
Yeah, we'll see them tonight.
All right.
Cool. Nice. So how many players do we all have left in the playoffs still?
Oh, for fuck.
Oh, we don't have to do that now. If you don't
All
want
right, well, add it later on in the post.
When the video is done.
Yeah, just add it all up later on.
to. All right.
Oh, fuck. Guys, we're in for one hell of a round two.
Oh, it's going to get good.
Got some anxiety going on here.
So we all kind of agree for the most part, with the exception of Craig. But I'd pretty much have a Colorado versus Edmonton West final by the end of round 2, and a Florida versus Carolina
in
East
my
final.
bracket, I have Oilers and Rangers in the final.
Oh, yeah.
The
Yeah.
Glenn Saylor Cup.
Yeah.
The Mark Messier Cup.
Well, he also played for Vancouver, but Glenn Saylor's GM for only Edmonton and New York. So just saying.
Yeah, but I mean, like, fuck. I know some people were saying, well, what about the Wayne Gretzky Cup? It's like, well, Wayne Gretzky never won the Stanley Cup in New York.
I think the Oilers can beat the Rangers. I don't think they can beat Carolina again, or this time.
Oh, no, that's the tough one. So for my Final Four, it's pretty much Tampa versus Carolina and Edmonton versus
Colorado. Yeah. So even if it's an East final the way you want it, that'd be a second straight year in a row rematch of Carolina and Tampa.
Oh, I know. And fuck.
So, but anywho, that concludes our conversation for round 1/round 2 predictions.
Yep.
You gotta get busy with your stats. I gotta get busy with taking out some jerseys because it's that time of day.
Put those Leafs jerseys in the fucking closet.
Well, Ben, I'm not one of those players that puts it on a fire pit and watches it burn, but I'm so committed. It's just, I'm like Steve Carell in The Office. I'm prepared for pain.
Parkour.
Hardcore.
Anywho.
Anywho.
I'll be getting my video done tomorrow.
Okay.
Can't wait to watch it. We watched all 4 this morning. They were all good. All of them.
Oh, for fuck, that was a hard night.
You should get paid, man.
All right, guys. So it's been Craig's Food and Fun. We've been doing our predictions. What do you want to say, Steven?
Well, if you guys want to follow me over on the Junior Steps here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I have a lot of hockey content going on right now. It's the Stanley Cup playoffs. This takes up the majority of my fucking time.
And Brettzky, what you got?
Well, you know what I say. Always keep your stick on the ice, bud.
And it's been a slice. That was awesome.
All right, Steven.
Did we stop at this time?
Fuck me.
Did you stop it this time?
No.